Hi guys, welcome to
My First 100K
by Money Made Here. So for this topic, we have our special guest. Introduce yourself real quick before we start.
Hi, my name is Simeon. I'm a lecturer here. Previously, I was an investment manager as well as research analyst.
Research analyst also.
Yes.
Wow, okay. I think it's a very good role for this topic because we're talking about how is it realistic to reach 100K before your 30s. So I feel like with his background, you're able to get a deeper dive into all the numbers and investments there. Alright, without further ado, you want to start?
Yeah, so before we start, just to clarify that when we talk about 100K, we're not talking about 100K in your bank account, in cash savings. We are talking more about your net worth. So this will include things like your CPF contributions. By the time you're 30, I'm sure you will have picked up quite a bit. Yeah, so let's quickly get a deep dive into it. So firstly, let's just know a little bit more about yourself on your own journey. How do you think it was easy reaching your first 100K?
I think there were definitely challenges. Obviously, spending habits play a big role in it, right? And also the way in which you manage your own money. Nonetheless, I think, as you guys would probably know, the government has this thing called the CPF, right? CPF. And CPF actually does help a lot with reaching this goal. And by 30, I would say actually your CPF holdings, if let's say you are economically active after you graduate, it gives you a good runway to actually build up this nest egg. I would like to call it a nest egg. So nest egg consists of your cash savings as well as your CPF savings. And by age 30, maybe for a wife, for a husband, go buy a house, go and look at buy a house, right? Then the CPF actually really helps a lot. And to hit 100K, to be fair, is not insurmountable. It's not very difficult.
I see.
Yeah.
So let's just start. We just start from the very beginning. Somebody who is our age, so maybe around like 18 to 20, poly JC age, before guys go to NS and before girls go to uni. How do you think what can they do, right, to really kickstart their journey? Should they really be working as much as they can in between the holidays to earn as much money as possible? Because some part-time jobs provide CPF, I think up to a certain amount depending on how much you earn, right? And some don't. Should they always try and cross the limit just so they can hit the CPF contributions, or do you think they don't really need to bother with all that too much now and focus on their studies?
Wow, this one very loaded. This is another question. I think you should focus on studies. Yes, that's one thing. But second thing, I think it's good to always start young. Correct. So yes. So I did some numbers crunching before we came here. If you had a small amount of savings, and then you every month or every year you save just $250, right, at a 5% rate, right, you can hit the 30K within 10 years. Like I said, it's not insurmountable. That means it's not difficult, right? It's just that you have to have the discipline and the consistency in saving, and then putting the money such that it works for you. I think one of the key things that I learned in my youth is that always make money work for you. You should not work for money. Money should work for you.
But how?
How? Investing. Putting money in yield-generating assets. So I'm not saying that we should invest very aggressively. Actually, right here, my assumption is that we just do 5%, right? 5%, if you think about it, any REIT, real estate investment trust, can give you 5 to 6%. And it's not and they hold real assets. They hold like the malls that you see in Singapore, the industrial complexes, the office towers. These are real assets. So definitely, it's not, say, risk-free, but there's some risk, but the risk is mitigated by the fact that they own assets. So I think I'm going on a whole spur now.
Right. I guess for those who don't really know what that may be, especially and if you're not in the business courses, right? Is there anything else besides REITs that you might be able to invest in? I think a lot of my friends at their age, or at least a few years ago, they was say the parents asking them to put into fixed deposits, right? Because I guess it earns the same fixed rate every year as well. So is that something that is easier to do as somebody without all that knowledge, right? Because even now, I think many of us don't even know really what REITs might be.
Correct.
Really
Agree.
Yeah,
so that's where, again, coming back to making money work for you, right? So if you leave it in your savings account, the money is not working for you. because you're earning what, paltry like 1%, sometimes even less than 1% on a yearly basis. So it's not exactly working very hard. You want it to work very hard for you, right? So fixed deposit, yes, is improvement on the savings account. But it's not working very hard because it's just still there. It's just stuck there. And you have opportunity cost because why the money that is stuck there, you could use it for other things. So I would say, okay, so another way to look at it, right? What are the entry-level products that youth can potentially look at aside to fixed deposit? So fixed deposit also is predicated on you needing sum of money, say for example 10K that I put inside. Then maybe 1 year, 2 years, that earns me what, 2%, which is double. 100% improvement from your savings account, but still 2%, yeah, maybe a bit. For you to hit the 100K might be a bit further, longer, take longer. So things like, I think quite a few banks today have very good investment products that are catered to entry level or beginners.
Yes, like Trust. I remember Trust has quite a few products to invest in, like there's low, medium, high to put your money inside.
Exactly, it's very intuitive, right? It's very
yeah.
clear. So depending on where you think you are, if you are younger and you feel, hey, I can take a little bit more risk, then I go the high risk one. If I'm just looking for passive income and I want to invest in something that gives me, is focused on yield. That I go for medium. Then if I'm like super, maybe a little bit older, that I have a lot of things, a lot of debt, I want to be very safe, then I go low risk. Right. Again, in finance, right, this is probably something that we can share with non-finance people is that risk and returns are related. Higher risk, higher returns. Lower risk, lower returns. This is
confirm.
Yeah, it's something that everybody should know, right? Aside to Trust, I think there are many other banks also offer that.
Example.
Yes, correct. So DBS also has.
DBS.
They even have robo-advisory. UOB also has. So it's really down to you if you treat this journey or treat this goal seriously, then you will do the necessary legwork to go and see how to attain your goal. This involves looking through what is available to you at first, then of course building on that knowledge. So you're right, at the beginning I can look at the banks, very clear, very straightforward kind of investment products. But after I'm in it, then maybe I trigger it. Wow, I see every month I get wow, $few $100. Wow, good, happy, right? Let me see if I can earn even more. Then you apportion another side of your assets or another side of your cash savings towards working even harder for you.
So you can just start young basically.
You can
start young already.
It's the power of compounding. So I think the power of compounding means that your money works, right, at a very base level. Say for example you have 10K. At a very base level, you earn the interest. What it means by compounding is that the next year, right, the interest that is for next year will depend on this enlarged amount.
That's compounding.
That's compounding.
Yes.
Exactly. So as the years go by, right, this base amount grows with, and you are earning more and more interest on it. So that's important.
I think it's quite interesting because I've always thought always just CPF helping out most of our 100K, but hearing from your perspective, you can even start so young and already be earning so much more than your other peers that started at 20 years old.
Exactly.
So you can even reach 100K 25. Okay,
assuming
29.
Assuming of course you have again it goes back to my original point, right, which is money management. You must have money management skills first. You manage your money such that you are able to then build that small amount or that base level, that base capital. Or if you go, mommy, daddy, can you give me some start off with you? Also can, maybe, I don't know. Right. Then your base amount is that X dollars, right, to build on these X dollars.
Okay, good to know. Okay, let's move it up a little bit. If you're somebody older, perhaps we have just don't talk about students anymore. If we just got our first job, right? We're able now. We have so much more access to more money. Let's say, if I'm not wrong, I did a brief search the other day that now I think fresh grads get around $3.5 to around $4,000 out of the first job, which is quite high now, I guess. So
happy, right?
So for a student, you're living your allowance, then suddenly you got a few $1,000s in your bank. But I'm aware also that at least for my sisters as well, after they exited uni, they have to start to pay a lot of debts. So at this point in time, although there is more access to money, then you also start to pay off all your student loans, and then you start to think about buying insurance and things like that. So at this stage in time, what else can we be doing besides the everyday contribution to our CPF?
I think it's just upsize in the issues that students face. If you ask me, the numbers just become a little bit bigger. as you go through the life cycle stages, right, numbers just become a little bit bigger. What do I mean by that? Now you still get allowance, right?
Yeah.
So when you go into, when you become working adult, you also get allowance, so to speak. But the allowance is maybe one more zero behind, or maybe if you're lucky, a few more zeros behind, right? So the numbers just become bigger, but it is up to you to then manage the proportion or the ratios in which you save, slash invest or whatnot, right? And also there are inclusions of new problems like debt you mentioned. Then if I want to get married, then I have to hold wedding dinner. I need to plan about
So soon already.
You think about it,
common around
Yeah,
that age
yeah,
before
yeah.
you reach 30.
Exactly, correct.
And I think now like BT also need to wait like 8-9 years.
Oh no, now 4 years.
No, it's true, it's true. I saw my. Oh, really?
4 years?
3 years. Actually, some projects are even 3 years. So I need to say you register, then you need to wait 3
I think
years. So
it's
you already
on
reserve
location.
you reserve your unit already. You wait 3 years.
Wow, 3 years.
Wow.
Yeah, but
I like government.
property prices also so high, you know.
BTO okay lah. So that's a separate discussion, right?
Yeah, so all these things is something that we have to think about after
Correct.
we exit uni, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, so when we're trying to plan our expenses, we also have to think about that, which can really prevent us from reaching that 100K if we do try to if we do spend on our down payment and stuff like that.
True, but at the same time, if you plan early and you know the kind of things that you want at age 30 or 35, you can start small, and then the impact to your overall assets or your balance sheet, your own bank account, the impact will not be so hard, will not be so harsh. Because if you start early, say for example you're 25, first job, okay, today I receive 3K, right? Okay, so I take home pay maybe about 2.8, or 2.7, thereabouts. Sorry, not 2.7. About
3.5.
Probably about 2.5 thereabouts. Okay, because 20%. Right, 2.5. So then the 2.5, how do I allocate? Do I allocate maybe I have a sinking fund? You know,
What's that?
So sinking fund is like a small, you put away some money for, say for example, marriage. So I start, okay, 100, 200.
Why is it sinking though? Sinking fund.
Basically it's just for you to put money inside.
Oh,
It's
like,
just a term. It's just a term.
okay, I see.
Let's not go into the details of why is it called sinking fund. I think you need to search Google.
Okay.
I need to ask ChatGPT. Anyway, but so putting aside the money for known large expenditures further down the road can help ease the impact on your own assets, your own bank balance. At the same time, because you are squirreling away money, right? You know squirreling?
Yes.
So like a squirrel, right?
Why look at me, Joey? Ask you. Look at me, look at him.
I was looking at Jasper, like not very right.
Kidding.
So you know like a squirrel, right? Before winter, it will keep nuts in the nest, right? So it's the same thing. As an individual, a young individual, you know that winter is coming. Wow. This is Game of Thrones stuff. Winter is coming, right? So then, how do you prepare for it? So a lot of things, it really boils down to planning. And I know, because I've been a youth, I know that, no way, Mr. Ang has never been a youth. Seriously fail. No, so as a youth, our impetuousness and our need to look for fun, need to spend money, sometimes will hit us very quickly. So when we first received, I still remember I first received my pay packet, right? I was like, oh my god, I go pay the town rate. I go zouk I go drinking go spend money go back home at 3 AM that sort of thing then pay then pay the last time taxi fare $50
Huh? Last time?
because we got the 50% service.
Wait, last time was $50?
Almost 50, $50.
It's expensive. It's super expensive.
Yeah, it is.
It's like $100 in here.
From Zouk to Woodlands. No, because there are 50% surcharge, midnight surcharge.
Oh.
Now don't have,
Stay at
right?
home study one, we don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, just don't know. No idea.
Sure. Yeah, right. So anyway, there's this, because we are young, right? We want to pay the town rate, receive
Go travelling
a large amount
also,
of money.
right?
Yes, want to travel. Go Europe, whatever, go for French shopping trip, go and see all that kind of things.